Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostip and this is going to be part 12 of my Imperial campaign where I am playing as Britannia. And in this episode I do hope that I can finally go on the offensive against the Germans. I know that I've been saying that for a while, but as they just continue to go on the offensive against me, it's been hard to adjust and to marshal my armies together, and also the Julii are coming down here against Massilia, so hopefully this front remains quiet. Hopefully the Spanish do remain good to me, good allies to me, and hopefully the Gauls down here. Oh yes, this is what I want to see. Yes, I want to see the Spanish attacking the Gauls. Now, ideally with more than this. Oh yeah. Are they actually at war with each other or no? That's not the right faction. Oh, right here. No, they're just at war with the Carthaginians. And they haven't taken that settlement yet. So I wonder what's going on here. Interesting. Okay. That is worth keeping an eye on. And frankly, I would like to have some watchtowers down here as well, just to kind of keep an eye on the Spanish and the Gauls, just in case. This is a dark border, and dark borders are always a bit scary. I do have a couple generals on the way that could help me out in that regard. I'm tempted to keep one of them up here. He has one management, so he could help Condati Retina make a bit more money, for instance. Yeah, they do have some trade goods up here. At least timber. Is there anything else? Maybe it's just the timber. Yeah. It's tempting. It is, but I think I do want both of them down here, as I said, placing down watchtowers. So let's get them going.
No more moves, General.
On the way, and down here, I think I would rather have another head hurler rather than another swordsman. We do have to fight like a siege battle. The head hurler is going to really just kind of bust an entire engagement point of the enemy, potentially. And then these guys aren't going to be able to make it to the settlement in time if the Julii were to lay siege in this turn. So instead, my army can make it this far. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not full, and these guys, which we're going to link up with them, can't quite make it, so we might have to go to battle without them.
No more moves.
So we'll just do this, and if we have to fight an engagement, if they lay siege to us and then I attack, that would be fine too. Because I would have, these units from the garrison. It's just a matter of like how quickly would this army be right behind? It kind of seems like they would, but would they actually, follow up and be right behind? It's weird that the Gallic army is just hanging out here, just kind of watching them. Yeah, that is pretty annoying. So, I imagine I'm going to be fighting this German army, maybe in this turn. It depends. I kind of want these units to take part, but I can never know. Does this mean we can reach or not? This is always a mystery to me. Like, it looks like they can, but are they just out of range? I don't quite know. So, I don't think I want to bring all three generals. That seems a bit dangerous. That's just asking for one of them to die. So, I think I would leave two of them behind and then just bring Eporedorix and his amazing, 7 command stars? Yeah, 7 command stars, and then confident attacker, hell yeah, so 8 on the attack. And then rational belief, so that doesn't matter, but do you not have a morale trait? Yeah, famous warrior, yeah, +1 morale. And then, yeah, this as well, +1 command. And then forced march as well. Yeah, he is quite good, so I'd probably just bring Eporedorix of Aboricum, and then the rest of the army. I have to say, like, I keep thinking that these fights against those Germans, like, they'll be, easier than they are. Those Spear Warband, like, even if I kind of do single out unit by unit by unit, and I get, like, halfway through the battle thinking, hey, I'm doing pretty well here. If they still get 4 or 5, like, Spear Warbands in contact with my infantry, it gets ugly, it really gets ugly fast. And, I have to really win that battle with my with my ranged forces to ride them down. So yeah, it's tricky. It is, and it's one of those reasons why I want to prioritize the Germans over the Romans. Really, because yeah, I don't know. I kind of just feel like, I don't know. Maybe this is just me speaking too soon, but I kind of like my chances against the Romans, especially the early game Romans. But those Spear Warband pushes are kind of tough. So do I want to do that right now? Maybe I do.
General, Judge.
I think I do want to bring these slingers though. So let's link them up and then let's see if we can still reach. And we can. Cool. Okay, so it's a 10 to 9 strength ratio. And what's it going to be? So let's see here. Actually, 4 Screeching Women, which is, that means 4 less Spear Warband. And then, yeah, a Barbarian Mercenary and a Warhound, which, you know, this isn't that bad. 1, 2, 3. Oh, another Skirmish Warband as well. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Spear Warband and an Axeman. Okay. So a bit more variety here, eh? Which is kind of funny. Like, to me, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that's easier. Less Spear Warband for me to deal with seems a bit easier because Axemen, like, I can actually hit those with my chariots. Makes me think I should have brought my generals, you know, because generals would have done well against, you know, Skirmisher Warbands, Screeching Women, the Axemen, you know, stuff like that. But that's okay. Let's win here. Yeah, we can get a win.
Today is a good day to die, but better still to live. The bards will sing songs of brave deeds done well, and we will be the heroes of those songs. Warriors, take up the sword and the axe, the bow and the knife. We come for glory and honor.
We have ourselves a little bit of forest on this map, so hopefully we can take an engagement out in the open, which would be better for my chariots here. So let's get moved up like so. And yeah, let's try to take this. This would be nice if we could just get a big old wide open fight, but the trees are a bit narrow in here, so we'll see what we can do. So far, my left wing of chariots could actually make a break here on this opening and have a bit of free reign. However, I think I'm going to want to start to turn the German army around so that I can present a more open flank on the side for my chariots. That would be preferable right here. So let's see if they will oblige me. As with previous battles against the Germans, I don't want to press with my front. You know, like, sure, the slingers can do a lot of damage, and I'll be happy when they are in range, but that's not where I want to be pushing, is my center, because if they match that push, then they will push me back. So I want to be pushing with my flanks. I do want to be pushing with my light chariots, because it's this initial skirmishing phase where I've done a lot of damage to the German units. That's where I've really won the battles, I have to say. As we've seen before, once they do decide to make that push, even with a, you know, depleted army, they have been able to pressure me. So this is the phase of the battle where I think is going to be most important to me. So keeping the center back, quite frankly, it is okay with me. You know, even getting rid of some Screeching Women, like, sure, this would be more ideal is shooting the Spear Warband, but any supporting elements that I can get rid of right now is going to be useful. And oh great, now it's going to start to rain, which is going to be reducing the effectiveness of my archers, my light chariots. Let's get over here maybe and shoot at stuff that's not covered by trees. I don't really want to go in here and shoot at this stuff because I'm pretty sure they're going to be receiving tree cover. So let's get these. Yeah, they want to fall back a little bit. So just kind of push here and then here. And yeah, if they want to extend their flanks and bring more of their guys outside of the forest, that is fine by me. These units have now broken. Let's go ahead and chase here with them, and then you can just go up here and continue shooting in this direction. And let's try to single out this unit right here. They look like they're pushing. Yeah, that looks like a pretty concentrated push on my center, so that's a bit scary. Let's bring these guys back, maybe like that, and then you come here. And then are you done chasing people? Yeah, not really. All right, so what are you guys, barbarian mercenaries? Let's get the war cry going, and you guys get back here, please. Alright, then you get a charge in against those barbarian mercenaries. And yeah, slingers should be doing a lot of damage to all the spear war bands. And then yeah, as long as these guys just stay out of range, And you can get back here now. Please get back. And how's our dude doing against their dude? Are we winning or no? Alright, let's get slingers out to the side so that we can support that fight. And no, we broke. Yeah, well, we got flanked, so that's how it goes. And yeah, let's just continue to dance around these guys. That's all going okay, I think. Let's get you off of skirmish mode, maybe. Because you're getting to be difficult to control. And are those the axemen? Alright, axemen. I think my general can hit those axemen in the rear. And let's get slingers up. Here. And here, let's turn these guys off of skirmish mode so that they can actually get ahead. And skirmisher warband. Did I direct that attack? I don't know if I did. Let's get you guys back up here. And stay out of range of those dudes there. Alright, these guys are just continuing. Alright, let's go here. And yeah, we're starting to run out of room on that side. Oh, seriously?
To send the enemy to their ancestors.
You were charging spear, or you're charging axemen in the rear? And then you died. Yeah, that's, I mean, sure I should have been watching, but that's, oh dear, what a fucking chariots. Let's get some Warhound going so that we can try to break these few units here. Let's turn around here, and yeah, they are running, but at the same time, like, they're not broken yet, so yeah, it's awkward. Let's try to come up here with this army and try to run these guys down. Let's go slingers. Yeah, you just guys come up here. It's annoying how good the leadership is on these armies that don't have generals. You know, because I've fought this like again and again against the Germanic armies where it's like, alright, sweet, there's no generals here, pretty awesome, right? And then they just like freaking they hold, you know? And it's like, why are they holding so well? Alright, you get back in here and help try to run these guys down. And you come up here, and what's that? The spear warband and axemen. Alright, slingers run those guys down there. And then what's the left? Spear warband on that side. So yeah, let's just send some dudes out to chase these guys. And slingers chase, and slingers chase. And yeah, let's make sure that we kill
the enemy army runs.
Kill all of these guys. 73% killed. All right, yeah, we can do better. Yeah, we only lost 74 men, and one of them was my frickin' general. God damn it. Well, he was old, but still. Oh yeah. What was that?
Victory.
Is that five? Is that 5 generals that I've lost in battle so far? A lot of generals dying. So, this army is gonna come back to some more Briva and then get refit, and hopefully it'll be ready to push out. Probably be led by Kinfar? I don't know, because you're 53, you're getting up there in age. Maybe Sanianis is going to be better. I don't like that idea because it's, you know, he has a hypochondriac. Minus 6 of your general hit points, but how can it get any worse, you know? Like for Chariot, does that make a difference? I kind of doubt it. They're already very flimsy, so I feel like that would only matter if you are an actual, like, real general on a horse and not a chariot. That's my guess. I don't think that matters. These guys are dropping like flies, so I don't think they have hit points. I think if they just like one hit and they go down. You know, despite the fact that they're a character. It's just like, oh dear. Anyway, let's start training some wood warriors because I want to get the army in Londinium ready to go. And it's getting there. It just needs slingers, wood warriors, and a couple dogs. And let's keep getting slingers going here in Lebanon. Alright, so the army of Wotkorix, I'm a little bit tempted to have it hang around a little bit just to make sure that things are fine down here.
Yes.
Whereas Prostatagus' army can go to Elysia and yeah, just get the finishing touches, I suppose. Let's see. Swordsmen, I already have swordsmen. Chariots are good.
Orders.
Wood warriors need to be retrained. Tell me I can train wood warriors here. I can, yeah. So I'd have to retrain my wood warriors and pick up the slingers and the dogs. Yeah, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just kind of the wood warriors and I think I would bring the chariots. I'm just going to bring his chariot. His chariots actually have some experience, so I'll bring them instead. And the swordsmen, do I want to bring them? They do have some upgrades. Experience and weapon upgrades with these guys, and then his have 2 experience on a couple of them. Or just that one, yeah. Yeah, so let's do that then. Let's go ahead and spend... How much room do we have in here? 5.
General.
Okay, we'll figure it out. And I'll have the remaining units from Prostatagus' army. They'll just come down here and hang out with Wotkorix. And we'll just hang out for a bit. Just like a turn or so. Just to make sure we're fine down here. These units will be joining up, so... I imagine we will be, but it'll suck if we just kind of send 2 armies against the Germans and be like, oh shit, we need help down here. Especially if someone does cross the border.
Yes.
Before I have eyes down here. So we're going to attack the Gallic boats up here next turn, as long as they remain in the area. And yeah, we're not really spending... I'm kind of going all in on military right now. I'm kind of holding back on a couple... buildings that I want to build, like farm upgrades in Narba Martius, and I think also in Massilia. Yeah, that would be nice to get that money also from the market as well. Yeah, market and farm upgrades is something that I'm kind of holding back on. Also up here in Londinium, there's the Sacred Circle of Britannia. I did look at the difference that I would make, and it's like over 100 denarii per turn, maybe 200 denarii. Yeah, that trade increase from that Sacred Circle of Britannia is pretty good, and so I want it, but yeah, it costs 15.20. Do you have that discount? You do have a discount. Okay, so that's why it's a weird number. Yeah, but I just want to really go all in on military. Once I take another settlement or 2, maybe I'll start investing in again in economy. And in addition to that, I'm also really tempted because I only have 3,000 or 3.6 pop with 6,000. I need to get to 6,000 before I can get to a large or a tier 3 for Barocum, Deva, Terra, you know, all these places. Ganati, right? I mean, every place, really. And so I'm really tempted to lower my tax rate. Well, these places are doing fine, actually. On very high taxes, they have 3% growth here and 4.5 here in aluminum. So that's all okay. 3% here is fine. 3.5. 3.5, 3%. They must have some squalor issues going on up here. A little bit. 20%'s not that bad. And 10%'s not that bad either. So yeah, they just have low pop growth, 2.5 in Deva, and then 2 in Abericum. I think it's 1% in Tara, yeah. So lowering the taxes obviously is kind of going to be the way to go. For now, I'm just kind of squeaking every little coin that I can get out of them. And I'm going to continue to do that. But again, if I can, at some point, again, if I like take a couple settlements and I think, all right, maybe my economy is fine for now, I'd like to lower those taxes and get that pop rate, growth rate growing again so that I can possibly get up there to those tier 3s, because those tier 3 or tier 2 ports are going to be very, very nice for my income. I was thinking that I was going to keep around the Shrine to Titus or to Titus around for at least another turn so that I could retrain my swordsman and get that experience upgrade. But I think I'm just going to be skipping that and rushing my swordsman off to fight the Julii, which in that case, I should just dismantle that, and I'm thinking Britannia for that extra wealth. That's kind of what I'm thinking. How much is that going to increase by? Not that much actually. Another 30. And we are going to get up to a tier 3 settlement pretty soon actually. Oh, that's pretty nice. So we'll have a tier 3 down here. Okay. Because it is kind of tempting to get Britannia down here. Britannia does give me the druids at tier 3, and I don't have any of those yet. I do have two, I have like Britannia settlements. I think in Lemonum is Britannia. Yeah, Lemonum and Candate Redinum. No, Europe Nova. Oh shit, I never changed you over. Oh, I should be giving you a Britannia so that you can get that pop growth. Upgraded missile weapons in Candate Redinum. I can't even train missile weapons there. Damn, I never changed that. Oops. Shoot. Alright, well did I put that in? Alright, not yet. So let's go ahead and go Britannia now down here. Maybe it'll be worth it later. Like maybe it'll be worth it once I get the upgraded fort at a tier 3. And just like the, you know, upgraded shrines as well, obviously. And then yeah, down here I should probably get something. I should probably get a Britannia. That'll increase my pop growth. Yeah, let me just double check that. So that's Britannia, health bonus, 10%, 15%, and druids. So yeah, let's destroy, let's see, 75% public order. We can just lower taxes too. And yeah, Britannia, that's going to be raising public order and pop growth, yeah. Yeah, I like the looks of that. And my fleets have just spotted some more big armies. Big German armies hanging out over here. So yeah, you're probably just going to be busy kind of holding your ground while we make our push onto Trier. And then if that sort of cycles the approach of the Germans against Trier, then we can make our push from the north. This is going to be the idea, probably, because yeah, that's a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes that we have to cut through, and if we keep taking losses up here, it's just a lot of ground to cover. Especially through the marshes up here. These marshes really slow you down, like they really slow down your army to a crawl. And they can make it so that, you know, if the enemy has, you know, vision on you, they'll see you coming from a mile away, and they can just get prepared. And yeah, get ready to defend themselves. Which is why the naval approach seems to be ideal, in my opinion, and just kind of circumventing all of this with an army from the island and just taking Bordeaux home. Yeah, only 4 units there. That seems very nice. Also, I can finally get assassins trained up in Londinium. I keep thinking I'm going to have money to spend on that, but then I don't. Because I want to start killing these agents that are in my territory, but that will have to wait. So let's see, there's no freaking, goddamn, some more units on here too. Oh, yeah. I wonder where they're gonna go. Some Principes. Yeah, I don't have any boats in the Mediterranean, which I'm kind of okay with because my boats are gonna suck compared to their boats. But it also makes me feel extra vulnerable. Alright, enough of that. Let's go. And let's see if the Julii make their move, eh? Or the freaking Gauls. Gauls, you want to attack the Romans for me? And yeah, there's the Germans. Yes, yes. Okay, yep, making their move. And where the hell? Oh, my guys are in ambush. Okay. That was by mistake. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about that before I started recording. I thought that would be an opportunity for me. And then I decided that I didn't want the ambush because my armies kind of need a bit of space to move, and getting on top of the Romans like right away isn't really how I want to fight them. I kind of want to fight them the way that I have with the Germans, you know, that is by keeping my distance. So this isn't, you know, the super advantage that I was hoping for. Andy is a better general than me. The numbers are very even. Yeah, he has 2 units of heavy cav, 2 general units. Let's see here. Anything hiding from the, oh shit, hiding from the world. What is this? This man has taken to living inside a giant amphora. He now lives in terror of the coming of the great wine pressing. He is convinced that this will strike in the hours of darkness. -2 influence, -2 morale. Oh shit. Okay, that maybe has just saved me. But that's a lot of Hastati. A lot of Hastati and a handful of Velites, 1 War Dog, 1 Equites. The 2 generals are going to be the most dangerous part. And yeah, my army isn't quite that strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of spearmen. So that might be able to hold against their cav push, especially with my general supporting with his chariot unit. Might be able to help out there. And the head hurlers too. Yeah, that's right. The head hurlers will really help me out here. If they want to do a headlong charge into my spears, head hurlers will just kind of melt the cav units. Alright, well, let's go. Right, so this isn't an ambush. This was a failed ambush. Okay, so that actually works out for me. I must have misread what was happening there. Okay, well, it's too bad that we're fighting in the rain. That's not going to help out my archers, but at least we get a big old flat open battlefield here. Now, because they actually do have the cav advantage, and I don't really like the chances of my light chariots and my barbarian cav mercenaries against their heavy cav, that is even with my general. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. If I had a couple generals, you know, maybe I'd like my chances a bit better, but as is, I would rather in this case take the fight on the nose and count on my 3 head hurlers to try to melt their center. Although, if he's going to play passively, maybe I can play a bit more aggressively. He does have his cab split off, so that's going to be a general unit there on that side. And are those... So yeah, general there, and then Equites on that side. So, yeah, his cav aren't all together. Gosh, I wonder how 2 light chariots would do against an isolated Roman general unit. I don't really like my odds. I don't know. Chariots are just so flimsy. Just because we have the Equites on this side, I'm wondering if I can single them out with my chariots and then hit them with my general and my chariots all together just to get rid of that unit. Like, that's kind of the engagement that I would prefer here. Alright, let's come back and see if I can... Did I do any damage against them? 0? No? Unfortunate. I am starting to do some damage against these Equites. So far, they're not taking the bait. They seem to be happy to let me shoot at them, and that is fine with me. Anything that helps me gain a mobility advantage is going to be really help me out. And those Velites actually are scary because they do have a bonus versus chariots. So yeah, just what I need. A bunch of units with bonuses versus chariots. Perfect. Now here comes the push. Okay, so I did a lot of damage against those Equites. I didn't quite destroy them. But yeah, now they're pushing out. And let's pull back with my chariots on this side because yeah, that is a heavy push. And let's try to get a war cry in here. And let's keep pulling back here. Let's bring you up here. And yeah, head drillers are going to be throwing the heads on in. What are these? Oh, Velites, just hit them. Just hit them. And there you go. There you go. And you guys go ahead and push here. You don't need to chase. You guys get back, please. And what do we got here? Hastati. Let's see here. Very tempting just to hit Hastati. And can we not base actually? Here, you gotta recharge in on these guys, and so can you. Hit here as well. And then you guys farm up here. And here, now we'll get a charge in on these Hastati. And just try to break them. There they go. Yeah, they want to turn their backs to us. That works out. And then you guys just chill here. Cav, go here. And then, yeah, Hastati. Do we still have heads left? Let's just go. Let's go up like that together. And yeah, so we ran them down. Let's move up here. So there's the Roman general getting ready to charge us. So let's go here. And Velites, let's just hit that. Actually, no. Cav, go hit them. Chariots don't. Chariots hang out and keep shooting. And infantry just... actually, no. If they would make the push, we'll let them come to us. Yeah, so far so good, but we don't want to get reckless here. Like this. This is what I'm worried about. So let's just hit here. And chariots are just going to have to take the hit, which sucks, but maybe our warband and our barbarian mercenaries can help out against that general unit. And that's actually the general. And what do we have on this side? Oh, the other Roman general. So let's go in there and send in some infantry to help out. And let's detach so that they don't get grouped up together. And so he actually did get away, which isn't really too bad. Hopefully my guys can shoot him down. Now let's detach the group here as well, and then let's keep pushing up here. And you get away. Don't get caught by those Hastati. I'm gonna assume that we just killed that general up here. Oh shit, Velite is just hitting our dudes. Let's not let that happen. Let's get my general back. And yeah, damn, he's just gonna get away. That's so shitty. Well, there's this. Wait, is that's the guy? Yeah, that's the guy. Get him. Nope, that's the guy. There he is. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Perfect. So you countercharge against those Equites, and then you... Let's see here. Just keep pushing and run. And then get my general moving up as well. Yeah, let's try to run down this entire army if we can. Yeah, you get up here as well. Okay, yeah, you go after them.
This is no longer
you go after them. Yes.
No, a coward chase.
Still a lot of Romans on the field. Surprising 62%. Okay. Overall, not bad. I did lose 160 men, but thank God I did not lose my freaking general. So we killed 1,200 of their guys. Let's just see how people did here. So warband, casualties inflicted. Warlord got 117, swordsman 1, headhunters 70, 66, and 60. Warband 43, 3, and 55. Chariots 113, warband 17 and 35. Chariots 139, 192, and 151, and barbarian mercenaries 31, and then cav 124. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. So we did a pretty good job against them. Although, if I remember correctly, I think that other Julii army had a bit more variety to it. Although it looks like they backed off, didn't they? Ooh. Now they might disembark, but It's a Ballista, Principe, Hastadian, and then a Mystery Unit. And then, yeah, is that the army that was right here? I mean, they have to be, right? They ain't here. And do we have ourselves finally a battle between the Gauls and the Julii? Is that what has happened? Alright, Calpurnus. Yeah, good job. Is he still a 0-star general? That'd be a shame. And 3,000 in the treasury? Yeah, not a lot of money. Not a lot. Scipio the strongest. Okay, no shit. Interesting. Let's see. Massilia, there's an agent. Who's sneaky. Yeah, he's blends in with the terrain down there. Okay, so Calpurnus, finally. Yeah, 1-star general for Calpurnus. Good job, dude. And dignitary, Lenaldut. That's going to be you way over here. Got it. Yeah, you're just going on a journey. And our shrines are finished. Units trained up. Ceasefire between the Parthians and the Seleucids. Interesting. Okay. So we were going to go talk to the Egyptians, I think, was what we were going to do.
Yes, master. No more moves.
So let's just keep going in that direction. And I think it would have told us, right? They're enemies? No, they're not fighting yet. The Gauls and the Julii are not at war, but it's just really curious. They kind of look like they're getting ready to be at war. Hey, that works for me.
Yes.
Yeah, that works for me. Now, can I even train chariots down here? Yes, I can. Sweet. That's very nice. Yeah, so I can retrain my head hurlers in Massilia. Only one took 1 hit. Chariots could use a bit of loving, though. Yeah, chariots and warband. So we can retrain those guys in Narbomardius.
Lord.
It is worth noting that the Gauls do have a small army there that's moving right through Spanish territory. They are still not at war. There's nothing happening between them, but Spanish don't seem to mind letting the Gauls move 3 units through their territory, which, you know, I can deal with. I got units right here, but still, it's a little annoying. And yeah, what is going on here? There's a Spanish round shield cavalry just kind of hanging out here in Numantia. And they're not at war, so I'll keep an eye on that. Now, my fleet's got a little bit ambitious. I did attack, I think it was this navy, and then I beat it, but I didn't sink that boat. And then I just tried to bite off more than I could chew, and I attacked this boat. Again, these are large boats. I just have the tier 1, the tier 1 boats. And now I have to go back to port and retrain or refit those boats. They got some experience on them for sure, but luckily I didn't lose any of them. But if they could... Oh no, they can't. Yeah, they're out of range. Nice. Cool, so I can get away, hopefully. Yeah, get away. Hopefully come back for round 2. And these boats are going to hang out here. I kind of like having vision up here, so I'm just going to kind of hang out and keep an eye on Bordesholm and this northern route. And spies also have gotten into better positions where I can see all these angles coming in and see all the traffic. So the Germans are looking spread out. You know, they have a lot, but it's spread out, isn't it? And I'm not that worried about it. 3-star general right there, Rick Burgess, cool name. And yeah, the Germans are all the way down here, which is telling me that they are spread out. Now, the Dacians are their allies, so they don't have to worry about their eastern flank, which is annoying. And they are just fighting me, aren't they? Enemies, yeah, it's just me. Yeah, it's weird that they asked for a ceasefire at that one point, because it's like, why? You guys...
Orders?
You know, I think they just looked at them to me, and that was it.
Lord?
Well, Prasutagus and his army is going to be ready to go and make a march on Trier. And then this army up here is going to be getting refit and ready to go as well. And then I brought Wartacorix, his army is here in Elysia. And once they're ready to go, they can really back up Prasutagus on his push for Trier. So for this, let's go drop a save and let's keep moving on here. Yeah, so the Gauls have blockaded Lebanon. That's annoying. And yep, the Julii force has disembarked, so we can attack them. Yeah, that is a bad place to disembark. I got guys right there. So 2 boats, but no troops on that boat. And yeah, I wonder what's going on. What's going on, Gauls and Julii? Are you just gonna be friends or what? So 3,300 in the treasury, and Britannia got married. Hey, congratulations, man. Hanging out with a Slubberdigullion, that's why. Just getting shit-faced. Yeah, that'll do it. And then Cerethris of Dorolopons has a priestess of Britannia +1 management and improves the chances of casualties recovering from their wounds. Who the hell are you? You're up here in Barcom. Oh. Are you new? No, you've been around. No, I think you're my factioner, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Right. Okay, yeah, perfect. Do any of these help you get children? No. But I think if you hang out in a Britannia settlement, you will get that one that will help you get children, I think. Yeah, just hang out there for a little bit. And then Bulgios of Scoti has a linguist, and that's going to be... You're the one down here? Yeah, cool. And the Seleucids and the Carthaginians are now allies. Well, 2 dying factions hanging out. Yeah, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. I doubt that they're going to be able to offer anything to each other other than a shoulder to cry on. Yeah, those 2 factions, poor guys. They're just always the first ones to die, aren't they?
Lord?
Alright, so I should probably clear out that small Julii force before I bring down these generals just by themselves to scout out. Although, ooh, you could hire some mercs. Probably want a bit more than that, though.
Boats ready.
And let's move these boats on over here. It's just the one boat. You can move on over. And God, do I need to spend all my money retraining these boats? Probably do. Yeah, it's a chunk. It's a chunk of money, but I want to be able to contest the seas a little bit at least. I feel like they haven't moved much. I feel like they were on that bridge in the last turn. Damn brigands. 1-star general, okie dokie. And some more brigands here. Man, we had like a peaceful turn without brigands. It's like the one turn. But that's okay. Horticorix can leave his wife for a turn and go hang out with these brigands.
Yes, General. Orders.
I want you coming down here. And then, yeah, you march into the lion's den. What can you hire? Some mercs? Nah, you don't need no mercs. So yeah, this is my full strength tier 2 army that I haven't put to the field yet so far in this campaign. I've been kind of fighting with some scrappy armies, and obviously I can switch out the slingers for the head hurlers depending on who I'm fighting, but against the Germans I want the slingers. I want that extra range, I want that extra ammunition, and that increased firepower. And they're fast, you know, having some fast units to chase down enemy infantry does feel good as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. There's a lot of guys here. Not gonna lie, that's a lot of dudes, but it's all split up. Let me see, what's your actual army like? Yeah, you just got mercs in your army. I wonder if they would come down and try to support Trier, or if they would march on some more Breva.
Orders.
Well, let's bring you out. I wonder, should I just try to hide him? Nah, that's being too sneaky.
Destroy.
We'll march out in the open and see what the response is. Let us now move out with Horticorix and run down these brigands. I don't want to fight this, so I just brought units that can be retrained in Elysia. Actually, what do they have? Warband, and Druids. So, yeah, lost 63 dudes, but that can all be retrained. So we'll head back there. These units have moved off to some more Breva to support that army, which should be ready. Yeah, I think they just need these units and they're going to be full up and ready to go. So then we can start training units for Watakorx's army to also march and support Pasitagas. And then down here... Yeah, so they don't have much. And yeah, I have a lot. So let's go ahead and run down the Julia as well. Okay, well, they just retreated just out of range, so I'll have to do that next turn. But I think that that leaves me... Can't get around me this way. So I think that if I come here... Shit. Damn it. I forgot about that Gallic army. Damn. Ah, shit. Am I going to lose another general? That'd be so shit. So shitty. Ah. And there's no one I can recruit either. Actually, wait a minute. Nope. Nope. We're not going to lose him. We're not going to lose him. Let's go ahead. There. He has some support. Let's go ahead and lower taxes in Arbomartius. And let's go ahead and retrain those peasants. Not sure how they got damaged. Oh, maybe the Julia, I put it under siege for a turn? That's what happened, I think?
General.
And you... See, I don't want this sneaky Julia army to come around and ambush my dude. Just come down here and hide in the woods.
Ambush in place.
While that's going to be a fast turn, I'm curious to see. I want to play at least one more turn here, and I want to see if there's going to be a counterattack from the Germans. If there is, and if I win, then that could really clear up a lot of Germans for me. Could you reach as well? Yeah, that guy could potentially also reach. If they all wanted to pile in on me, that could be a lot. That really could be a lot. So, yeah, I wonder if I've bit off more than I can chew, but let's just do it. Let's just kind of see what happens here, because I've been wanting to go on the offensive against the Germans for some time now, and that's not the army that I was expecting. Most of them... Oh, shit, okay. Oh, that's more like it. Okay. Right. So one army was like in hiding. Got it. So the attacking army is just 3 spear warband. That I can hopefully clear up in like before the other army shows up. The other army, you know what? Yeah, untouched by fear, 0 command stars, but he is going to be giving +1 morale. The thing is, though, as I was saying before in that last battle, the more they put in extra units and remove spear warband, the less concerned that I feel. So what do we have here? 4 screeching women, 1 barbarian mercenary, 1 damaged barbarian cav, and then an axeman unit that I will not send my general into, because apparently they lose against axemen too. And then yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spear warband. So yeah, just kind of rush in, defeat this army first, nice and fast, and then the reinforcements should not be that much of an issue. And then they like, what? Retreated back with the other units? Where did they all go? Or is this all that was like here in the neighborhood? All together in those 2 little forces, or 1 big force and 1 small force? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I like the looks of that. Also, I kind of forgot to look at Trier and to see what kind of settlement it is, but let's go on. This guy's insane. At the sound of this man's voice, even clouds change to flight across the heavens. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Our foes are gathered. Now we see where they want to die. It is time for their dying. Harden your hearts and let your rage strengthen your sinews. So let your battle cry be death, 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 and shame to our foes.
We're going to be fighting in the fog, and that's pretty exciting. And I think that the reinforcements are going to be coming in from my left flank, so let's see if I'm actually right about that. And despite the fact that we're on a slope, and I probably should be closer up to the high ground of the slope, that it's going to be putting me closer to the reinforcements. And I'd rather kind of stay away from them until I defeat the 3 warband that I will be facing off against. So this is kind of my idea for my tier 2 army here. A center held by warband and slingers, and then a left flank would be like Whatever flank is going to be my more defensive flank will be my swordsmen and my dogs to sort of intercept charging units that can do damage against my swords. And then my attacking flank, it's going to be whatever flank I want my chariots on. We'll have also wood warriors with also dogs as well. Again, try to tar pit a unit with the dogs and charge with the warband. And something that I've learned in my Julia campaigns and my Egypt campaign as well, and I haven't done a lot of so far in this campaign, if at all. I haven't really followed the rule that I had learned, but the rule that I had learned, and something I do want to try to implement more and more, it's hard when you don't have the army comps that you're used to playing with, but you're just kind of winging it. That's why I wasn't doing this before. But I want to try to keep my mobility basically all on one side. The thing is that the battles in this game do move very quickly, and when you're microwaving your maneuver elements on both sides of the battlefield, it can be pretty tricky. Like, it can be really hard to keep up with everything, but because, again, it just moves so fast. But if you can have your infantry, which kind of, it kind of, like, yeah, there is certain micro elements that do work better if you do them, you know, like war cry with your dudes, getting the dogs to intercept the right targets. Stuff like that is important, but if you do just royally screw up and leave your infantry to it and just kind of leave them to themselves, the slingers still should get behind the front lines, in skirmish mode, as long as they're not being charged by, fast units. And your guys will stand and fight, at least for some time while you do like get back to it and address it. Whereas with your mobility stuff, especially chariots, you have to really stay on top of it. Your shit just dies. Generals just, die. Chariots, as we've seen in this campaign. So I think it's important to play it this way, at least for me. Maybe you feel differently, but I want to keep everything sort of in one area. And go from there. So let's just kind of, oh man, they're going to be behind them. Interesting.
Weaklings to reinforce their line.
Well, let's just kind of run on up. And yeah, let's try to wipe these guys out before the reinforcements come on up. And just like that, my slingers are already in range of these warbands. Let's get chariots here. And let's get chariots here. And yeah, let's just try to break these dudes. Slingers are tossing their stones on in. They're down to 108 men already. Chariots can start shooting, and yeah, hopefully we start breaking these guys. There they go. They're already broken. Wonderful. Don't want to chase them yet. They're too close to the other units. But if they can get past them like this, then let's go ahead and chase. Let's make sure we're shooting at these guys so we don't so we don't hit our own guys over here. Okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Let's get this chariot unit back. Ooh, they're gonna get caught by those barbarian cav. And we broke that other unit of warband. That's nice. Let's get back with you guys here. And we'll just have to let them go because I don't want to get caught out. Chariots are just so bad. They're so bad at running stuff down. And maybe I do. Maybe I chase. Maybe I do. And maybe I don't. Maybe I don't chase. Maybe I just do this and prepare. Ooh, the general's coming. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Guys, get back, guys. Guys, get back. Yep, try to get back here. Get away, get away, get away. And this would be a good time for the dog, I think. Doggos, go, go, go. Yep, Doggo's trying to intercept, and you Wood Warriors intercept as well. And, ooh, they want to go after... Yeah, we can just take them here. That's a fight that we'll take. And then here... Let's just swarm the general with Wood Warriors, and... Yeah, you guys get back. You don't need to do any more there. And let's see, Axemen, Screeching Women. Let's see here. Are we gonna kill this guy? Come on, guys, get him. Get him. So he's
Kill
dead.
The enemy general. Now his men show fear.
Screeching
Now they
women
may
are coming
turn
on
and
in.
run. Attack!
And let's get
Attack!
General up here. And then let's get my Road Warriors. Dogs are just going crazy right now. So dogs are attacking into the flanks there. And did the dogs just go after them here as well? Let's just try to get my slingers around to the flanks. Swordsman, get into the axeman here. And then you get around so I can get a flanking charge in. And Warband as well. Let's get a war cry here and a war cry here. Get them back. And then get you guys back. What's going on? What are we fighting? Screeching women? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And yeah, there's the break. There's a big break. So yeah, you chase here. And yep, slingers chase as well. Definitely want slingers chasing. And Barbarian Cav are getting chopped down.
This is no longer a battle, this is a hunt. No, a cow.
Yeah, definitely want to continue this fight so that we can get as many kills as we can. I love that I still have dogs running around chasing these guys. That is so nice. It is so nice having 2 dog units in an army. You know, that way if I just kind of screw up with one, if I just kind of screw the pooch, then I will still have something else to run stuff down with. And I think they're both active. I think they're both out there chasing dudes down. Yeah, dogs are chasing down that. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, that is so nice. So we got 95% of them. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So hopefully we didn't take too many losses. I think it actually tells us 13% of our guys killed. That'll do. So yeah, lost like 200 guys and killed 1,400. So not bad. Casualties healed 13 on one of the warband, 7 on a warband, 10 on the Wood Warriors, and then 1 Warhound. Okay. Yeah, Warhound's got 109 and 68 kills. Like that's absolutely fantastic. That's so nice. And Slingers 69, nice, 51, 72. And then Wood Warriors 58, 42, and 1. And they were also fighting the general too. So yeah, good fight for them. Well, it's a bad fight for them, but I think the Warhounds slowing down the general and eating that charge really helped out the Wood Warriors. Even though I wasn't able to get their like war cry off and everything and put them in an optimal situation, they still did okay. And then Swordsman 30, 79, and 47. Warband 151, 38, 17, and 104. One of them took a lot of hits. Yeah, that warband got very damaged. Chariots 99, 163, 69, 60, or 48, and 160. Yeah, so one warband got pretty damaged, and if I could hire a barbarian mercenary to replace it, it would be ideal. Looks like no one's going to be available right now. But we can put Trier under siege in this turn, and I'm not seeing anything else. Actually, shit. Ooh, 75% chance of getting inside. There's only 2 spear warband. It's interesting that it's only 75%. Usually, if there's like a character inside, there must be like another agent inside. That must be what's going on here, right? Actually, I have another spy. Do you have a better chance? You have a 100% chance. Ooh, okay. That might be the way. Have you guys switch places? Yeah, that might be the way. People down here are not happy. Alright, there you go. There you go. How about some lower taxes? And are you guys gonna like, what are you guys gonna do? What is happening here? What is going on? The Gauls got some fun armies here now. Barbarian Noble Cav and some Chosen Swords, like hell yeah. I say that now, like watch me complain when I have to fight it. And you guys are not gonna let me fight. You're just gonna be running around being annoying. It's gonna be so stupid. Fine, whatever. What do we got? So 2,000 in the treasury, okie dokie. And am I the strongest now? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And Moririx of Dernovaria has been born, and Punovindus of Dorlipons, and Caractacus. Yeah, a lot of new family members. And Pasitagus the Conqueror, +4 command. Jesus, there's more room for him to grow. God damn. And Cerithrius Wise woman. Yeah, that's the one that I was looking for my factionary. Yeah, now he's gonna have a better chance of having kids. I don't know if he has any kids. Actually, are you, Cerethrius, are you? I don't know if you're married. Not that I can do anything about that, but you should probably get on that. You are married, okay. Kunorda, 21 years old, and you do have a kid, Kunovindas. Yeah, just was born this year. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Ceasefire between the Slicades and the Armenians. Interesting. Okay.
General.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that one warband unit got pretty chewed up, but overall, like, yeah, we're in pretty decent shape. Can these guys even make it down in one turn? No, you can't. Okay. Okay. And the Gauls and the Julii are still... They're still not fighting, are they? That's so weird. It's just like... What are they doing? Alright, so these boats got ready to go, so you could come back... Oh, fuck, that's... the Gallic fleets combined. Shit, we're so screwed. There's no way my 4 boats could beat those 2 boats. Even though I have experience on my boats too, but there's just no way. Maybe if I brought these guys over, then I would stand a chance.
Orders.
Yeah, but let's go ahead. Before I forget to do this, let's go ahead and get you in. And 48% chance of opening the gates. Let's bring you over here. Yeah, this is a good spot for a spy.
Lord, kill them.
And the gates are open.
Settlement.
The gates are open. Awesome. What is it? Is this just a tier 1? It's just a tier 1. Wow. Yeah, 1900 people inside. Huh. Kind of disappointing. I'm not going to be able to retrain much, that's for sure. Yeah, what else? So that's a tier 1 as well. Batavodorum. Damn. So what I'm going to want to do... Okay, we've got a tier 3 here in Mogontiacum. So what I'm going to want to do is take these 2 settlements and then leave characters or governors behind while taking this one to enslave it so that I can bolster my population of these 2 settlements. That is going to be the plan. You know what? I have a better idea. Because the distance between Samora Briva and Batavodorum is rather large, and as I've mentioned, the swamps here are they're very disruptive. They really do slow down armies, and that's just another tier 1. You know, it's not that disruptive for the German stuff. Like, it's not giving them that much money. It's not really giving them that much of a training facility, and there's a full stack in the way as well, right? So my thinking is, see, this full stack is kind of wasted for them. It's not defending the territory that I'm going to be attacking, as long as I don't attack in this direction. Instead of attacking that full stack and then going like, I'm kind of in the no man's land. Do I go back? Do I go forward? What else is coming? Instead, what I can do is I can take this army once it's ready, which it should be ready soon, and really just follow up behind Prostatagus. Okay. And then press on to Mogontiacum, either together or separately or whatever. It's a shorter distance, so it doesn't really matter what I decide to do there, as long as the generals stay behind in Trier to govern it, and then I take out all of my other governors and every other settlement, and then enslave Mogontiacum. Sure, I won't be providing the benefit of the population growth to Batavodorum, but at least I'll be getting it for Trier, and then, well, anywhere else that I care about, really, care about growing. Which is good enough, and it actually takes a settlement of importance to them. You know, it takes away their... Is this their capital? It's not their capital, but it is a tier 3. And taking a tier 3 from an enemy is going to be a substantial blow to them, for sure. But that's going to have to wait until next episode. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, peace.